The time is ticking on, and these 34 drivers are ready for the start. It looks as though the one driver who'll be missing is the French talent César Gazot. So the rest of them are ready to go, and in a few seconds' time, they will be setting off on their rolling lap. 14 laps of this incredible Circuit International de Salbris, and we are ready, we are fighting, and we are battling to the victory. 3 drivers will stand on the podium, but which 3? We will find out in about 14 laps' time. Here we go, folks. It's time for the Junior X30, the first round of the IAME Euro Series for the X30s here at Salbris. Here is the grid once again after a fantastic run-up to this race. Gilbert, Moyer, Lloyd, Dimitrov, Kadapik, Lystra, Balota, Van Hoff, Radigan, Masson, Belderomov, Zanfari, Nicolo, Ripley, Leben, Meyer. César Gazot is missing, but Pilker is there. Then it's Pardo, McLean, Tudiska, Preston, Alanis Bosch, Shields, Juliet, Dudley, Moore, Volosyankin, Leung, Nerudini, Algra, Rolich, Sulan, and Barrett. And it looks like we've got one of the Spanish carts a little further back from the field. Now, who's that that's failed to make it out? Who has failed to make it out onto the grid? That's one of the front runners, I think. Is that Rimo Kadapik? They're struggling to get the car started. No, that's the 40 that they are struggling to get started. That is Vyacheslav Volosyankin. So Volosyankin is struggling to get the car started on the edge of the pits. They're hoping to get it started and to send him out so that he can take up his position in the queue. But it looks to me like Vyacheslav Volosyankin, the Russian, is really going to struggle to get himself into position as the field works its way around. It looks like one of the other FA racing carts is struggling to get round as well and has left after everybody else. That's the 64 of Moore Urbelts. So Moore Urbelts has had a difficult start to the race as well. So Urbelts Moore has struggled to get himself up to speed. They're now forming up on the rolling lap for the second time, but it looks to me as though the Russian Vyacheslav Volosyankin is not going to join them. Looks like mechanical difficulties are going to keep him from the dais as well. Wow, that's a real shame from his point of view, but the Russian looks like he's not going to be able to take any further part in proceedings. And there he is, sat at the edge of the pits. They're hoping to get the kart started. They're still trying to fire it up. They might just be able to send him out at the edge of the pits as the race gets started. But for the Russian, this is a terrible preparation and not what they wanted at all. The Vyacheslav Volosyankin will have to run through the field from the back. But Lewis Gilbert on the inside, Marty Boyer on the outside, and Alex Lloyd to the inside of the second row with Georgi Dimitrov means this is going to be a feisty battle. 3 Brits and the Spanish talent of Marty Boyer in the first 2 rows. They're holding the field up very slowly, Lewis Gilbert and Marty Boyer. And as you can see, the steam and the heat haze is rising off the engines of these Junior X30 carts. I'm getting ahead of myself. These probably will be Senior X30 one day. But the Junior X30 drivers of Gilbert, Boyer, Lloyd, Dimitrov, Kadapik, Lystra, Balota, Van Hoff, Radican and Masson in the top 10, chased down by Belderomov and Zanfari and the rest of the field in tow. This is going to be a very interesting challenge and a great battle. So who's going to get there to the front? Who's going to have to settle for second best? Let's find out. The engine revs rise, the lights go out now and we're racing, and it's a cracking start for Gilbert. Lloyd is going to sweep past Marty Boyer. Rimo Kadapik's trying to come through as well, but Boyer is going to hold the station. Lloyd switches into the braking zone, but he holds second place. So Gilbert and Lloyd lead the way. Boyer second, Kadapik's come through to third. And Dimitrov and Van Hoff have really struggled in the first part of the course. Dimitrov's down to 6th, Van Hoff is in 8th. So as they charge their way down the straight into the first few corners of the lap, it is going to be an interesting battle, and Lloyd has gone straight for the front. Boyer's gone through as well. So Lloyd takes the lead. Alex Lloyd leads the way here in the final. When he started the day from 9th on the grid, he probably thought it was going to be a mission and a half to get this victory done. Now he is leading the way on the first lap of the final. So can Alex Lloyd stand on the top of the dais? But he's going to have to work hard because Marty Boyer is right behind him. Lewis Gilbert and Rimo Kadapik are coming for company, and they're still battling away behind him. Luca Lystra, the Belgian, is in 5th place. Then it is Dimitrov, Dilana Van Hoff, and the rest of the field sailing through. Sam Balota in 8th place. 9th is the 37 of Ratican. And then it is Nicolo ahead of Masson and Belderomov. Up the inside goes Boyer. Boyer takes the lead from Lloyd. So Alex Lloyd has to slot into second place as Canopik has made the move for Lewis Gilbert. And now Lystra is going for the move on Gilbert. He's not going to make that work for him. And the fusion carts are getting close to him as well now. But Lloyd has Canopik right underneath him. Marty Boyer just up the road. So Boyer takes the lead. Alex Lloyd is second. Rimo Canopik is third. Gilbert is fourth. Then it is Lystra, Dimitrov and Vanthof. With Balota, Ratican, Nicolau, Masson and Zanfari closing up. Belderomov down to 13th. Then it's Ripley, Pardo, Mayer, Shields, Preston. Myers dropped down to 18th now. Ripley's up to 13th past Belderomov. Look at them battling on the first lap as Boyer defends to the inside line. And that has tightened up the first 8. Make that 9 as Josh Ratican has now come into the battle. Out of the final turn. Boyer, Lloyd, Radipik, Gilbert. Lystra holding up the 2 fusion carts of Dimitrov and Vanthof. Vanthof is trying to come through, and there's a little bit of melee between them as they go through together. Whoa, Mari Boyer holding the position at the front of the field. He holds the lead, but Lloyd is there in third from Canopik. Second from Canopik, I should say. Fourth is Lewis Gilbert, the KR Sport driver from pole position. Still plenty of time to go. Only 2 laps done. 12 to go. Shields and Preston moving forward past Victor Pardo in the last sector as well. So they've come up to 15th and 16th. Tom Leban's come up into the top 20 as well. Good moving forward. And Gilbert makes the move for third on Canopik. Gilbert gets through. Canopik tries to get him on the undercut, but Gilbert shuts the door. Nice work from the man from Dollery. So Gilbert through into third place, but Marty Boyer's got himself a bit of breathing space between himself and Alex Lloyd. Remember what happened at Valencia a few weeks ago in the Winter Cup. Don't give him an inch as Dimitrov battles away with Lystra. Vanthof is going to get through on the far side. So Delano Vanthof gets through, and Dimitrov is forced down to 7th place. He's now got Sam Balota to battle with. And right in there too is Josh Ratican, while Esteban Masson leads the chase from Zunaman Zanfari and Zach Ripley. And now side by side again as Luca Lystra tries to keep Delano Vanthof at bay. The Dutchman has already won today on the road. He's been absolutely superb. He had his last victory taken away from him on a technicality with a nose cone penalty. But Delano Vanthof definitely has what it takes to win the whole thing. But Marty Boyer has got a lot of pressure now because Lloyd and Gilbert have worked together and closed down Marty Boyer once more. The Spaniard can be beaten, and by Alex Lloyd. He proved it yesterday in the final race of the day. So now Marty Boyer will know what to suspect of Alex Lloyd. And Alex Lloyd is going to go for him early. Up on the inside, he takes Marty Boyer and gets him back into the lead. And I'm not sure Marty Boyer will have expected that one. So out of the final 2 corners, Lloyd leads the way from Marty Boyer and Lewis Gilbert. Now it's Gilbert's turn to go for Marty Boyer. Marty Boyer's going to try and get Lloyd back. He's not going to get past him there. Lloyd holds him firm. Gilbert still third. Canopik in fourth. And there's a battle for 5th position as Delano Vanthof tries to make the move on Luca Lystra. And that just holds both of them up. Gilbert is the fastest on the racetrack at the moment. 62.185. No wonder he's in third place. But Lloyd is hanging on in front of Marty Boyer. The Spaniard is doing his best to get back in front. But Alex Lloyd has this in the bag if he can just hold on for another 10 laps. But that is an incredibly tall ask. Lloyd, Boyer, Gilbert, Canopik, Lystra, Vanthof, Dimitrov, Ratican, Balota, and Zanfari now breaks into the top 10 in front of Esteban Masson. Now, Lloyd is still holding the station in the lead of the race, but Marty Boyer's got a little bit more pressure from Lewis Gilbert. Canopik's just trying to hang on to them at the moment. Some great battling further down the order as they all go into the same corner together. There's about 5 of them entering the same apex. But the top 4 are breaking clear. Marty Boyer goes for Lloyd, and I think that's going to be Gilbert through as well. Boyer leads, Gilbert second, Lloyd is third, Canopik fourth. Plenty of time still for this to change. But Boyer and Gilbert both take the opposition and the advantage there to go through and make the gap work. And we've got an off up at turn 2. We've got an off at turn 2. I'm not sure who it is, but towards the tail end, we've lost somebody from the race up in the gravel at turn 2. Trying to find out who it is that has dropped back down the order. I think it's Victor Pardo. Yes, it is. Sadly, Victor Pardo has gone from the race. So we've lost Gazo, Volosyankin, and now Victor Pardo. What a shame. So Boyer leads. Lloyd is now second to Canopik because they both got past Lewis Gilbert. Boyer is defending. Boyer defending at turn 14. It's only lap 6. and he is already feeling the need to defend to Alex Lloyd. That's tightening up the field. Is Boyer deliberately trying to back Lloyd into the pack? Because Kadapik is now having a go. Lloyd might have a chance here. Kadapik's going to go up the inside of Lloyd. Lloyd has got to let him go. Gilbert's going through as well. Lloyd slips back into 4th place. Delano Van Toff's trying to come through, but Alex Lloyd will not budge. They continue on. A great battle this is turning into for the victory. Marty Boyer's got clear. Kadapik in 2nd, Gilbert in 3rd, Lloyd is 4th. Van Toff is there in 5th position from Lystra, Dimitrov, Balota and Radican. There's not much between them. Zanfari leads the battle behind them. Well, he did. He's now down to 12th. Suleiman Zanfari loses 2 places, make it 13 by the time he gets to the exit. No, it is going to be 12th because he's got Masson and Kian Shields both having got past Suleiman Zanfari for 10th and 11th places respectfully. Zach Ripley was squeezed out. Here goes Gilbert on the inside of Kadapik. He gets through. Kadapik goes a little bit wide. Lloyd is going to try and come around the far side of Kadapik. Kadapik resists. Lloyd is still going to keep the move going. Lloyd's got more speed. He forces Kadapik to the inside. Lloyd's going to back out of it. He's got no choice. Lystra's through. Van Toff's through. Dimitrov's through. Balota's through. And so too is Ratican. Lloyd is down to the back of the queue. Oh, he tried so much to resist Kadapik that it's cost him dear. Down to 9th place he goes. What a disaster. But now Alex Lloyd can start all over again and hit the reset button. But what it means now is that Marty Boyer and Lewis Gilbert are out on their own for the victory. Kadapik is 3rd. We're at the halfway point. Lystra's 4th. Van Toff is 5th. Balota 6th. Dimitrov 7th. Radican 8th. And Alex Lloyd is 9th. Still plenty of racing to come. And it's a long way to go. We're only at the halfway point. A total of 21 kilometers around this circuit, 14 laps. Boyer and Gilbert are stretching their legs out front. Kadapik defends 3rd place, 4th is Lystra. Lloyd is making up 2 places already. He's got past Balota and Ratican, so Lloyd is up to 7th place. So he is charging hard. Boyer's got Gilbert breathing down his neck. If Gilbert goes for the move now, then this will definitely tighten up the pack. But Kadapik hangs on to 3rd. Lystra is 4th. 5th is Van Toff. Dimitrov is 6th. 7th is Lloyd. And there's a good battle going on further back. Suleiman Zanfari trying desperately to hang on to 11th place in front of Masson, Ripley and Rowledge, who has fought his way back to 14th place. Good work from Josh Rowledge as Lloyd makes his move on the inside of Dimitrov and nearly takes the place. He can't quite finish the job on the undercut because Dimitrov gets him straight back again, and that's going to cost Lloyd more time. He's got to try and get past Dimitrov early and run with the leaders, but Boyer and Gilbert have got away. Kids to Win versus KR Sport. Marty Boyer versus Lewis Gilbert. Spain versus Scotland. Out of turn 14, Gilbert's looking very feisty here indeed. He wants to get another victory on the board. He's done a few already this weekend in the heats, but now he's got a really great chance of moving forward with it. Lewis Gilbert charging hard and working very hard indeed on the KR Sport Tony Kart. Super 1 Minimax champion 2017. IAME X30 Junior Final runner-up in 2017 and 6th in Valencia a few weeks ago. Lewis Gilbert knows how to win and knows how to do it from the front. He's going to dive down the inside of Marty Boyer, and there's not much Marty can do with that. Gilbert goes through and takes the lead, so the KR Sport driver out in front. Beautiful work. So Lewis Gilbert running in first position, doing an absolutely cracking display on the Cosmic chassis. Running very well indeed now. 3rd position is anybody's guess at the moment. Lystra's just taken it from Van Toff and Kadapik. Those 3 are going to hold each other up at this point. 6th place is still Dimitrov from Lloyd. Radican battling away with Sam Balota, and in 10th place and clear is Kian Shields. Now Shields is dropping the rest of the pack behind him and has a good chance to move forward. That was a beautiful move from Josh McLean as well, a little further back on the inside of Esteban Masson. So he's got through, and McLean goes up into 15th place. So some good work all the way through the field. There's a string of Brits trying to move further forward. That is a brave move from Delano Van Toff to try and get past Luca Lystra, and it isn't going to work. Lewis Gilbert has set the fastest lap of the race, trying to shake off Marty Boyer. Lystra hanging on in front of Delano Van Toff and Remo Kadapik. Lloyd up the inside of Dimitrov to defend. They're still battling for this 3rd place. Kadapik going for the inside, and he's taken them both. Kadapik's gone into the gravel. Remo Kadapik is out of it. That's held up Van Toff. So Van Toff is going to go back into the clutches of Lloyd and Dimitrov, but Remo Kadabik's chances at the top three are over. So Gilbert leads. Marty Boyer second, third is Lystra, and it's an absolute squabble for fourth place now because it's Van Toff in front of Dimitrov, Ratican, Balota and Lloyd. Somehow Alex Lloyd went for broke and got squeezed down to 8th. But Lewis Gilbert leads the way from Marty Boyer. Is Lewis Gilbert going to hang on for the victory? Look at Remo Kadabik desperately trying to get back onto the circuit. He's going to struggle to get that on before the leaders come round. Now he has got going again. But look at this squabble for fourth position as Lloyd manages to make the move. Is that, I'm just trying to see who that is in the mix. Is that Kian Shields having come through? I think that might be Kian Shields in the mix. Has he got up to 8th place? Yes, he has. Where has he come from? Kian Shields has suddenly got himself back in contention and he's right in the mix for 4th place. Brilliant driving. He's got on with the job very quietly, very succinctly, and got straight on with it. Dimitrov is now in 4th. Ratican is all the way up in 5th place, by the way. He's been jostling with the pack beautifully there and has got himself almost to the front of the queue. But now Delano Van Toff is going to come through on the inside of Ratican. He gets through. Balota's going to try and get through as well. Ratican shuts the door. Gilbert in front of Boyer with 2 laps to go. And the gap is 0.4 of a second. Can Gilbert hang on in front of Marty Boyer? Has he broken the gap just in time? Oh, there's contact further back as well. And it looks like the 144 has come together there with the 62, I think that is. They have come together. So that is Alessandro Tudiska. Now, who was Tudiska battling away with? Just trying to see as they come through, but Tudiska is now down at the back of the field. They've come together at turn 14. I'm still trying to stay with the leaders, but see who it was that came off. I think that is Victor Soulan. Victor Soulan has come off there at turn 14. Yes, indeed, the 62. So a really big disaster from his point of view. His race and his weekend is over, but Lewis Gilbert is a crucial 0.4 of a second ahead of Marty Boyer with 1 lap to go, and that might just be enough for Luca Lystra, the Belgium. 3rd position looks pretty much nailed to the mast as well. Gilbert knuckles down, head down, 1 lap to go. Can he hold on in front of Marty Boyer? The KR Sport Cosmic driver doing a fantastic job. The man from Dalry has pulled out 0.4 of a second on his main rival today, Marty Boyer. Just when we thought it was Alex Lloyd who was going to put one over on Marty Boyer, Lewis Gilbert went, I don't think so. I think it might be me, actually. Up towards 6. Marty Boyer is throwing everything he can at him, but it's not going to be enough. Luca Lystra in 3rd position from Georgi Dimitrov. Lloyd has made the move on Balota and has made himself up into 7th place. He might just crack the top 6, but Josh Ratican is proving to be a tough competitor as he battles with Dimitrov and Van Toff. But out of turn 13, the 2 leaders come through together. It's been an amazing contest, a brilliant duel, but it's going to be KR Sport and Cosmic that will celebrate as out of turn 15 and 16 comes the man from Dalry. Lewis Gilbert is the winner at Salbris. Fantastic! Junior X30 winner at Salbris for the first round of the championship is Lewis Gilbert from Scotland. The Dalry dance will begin. A fantastic result. And look at that, a handshake from Marty Boyer on the way round. A fair fight and a brilliant duel. Luca Lystra in 3rd position. The Belgian was on his own in the end. Dimitrov from Van Toff and Alex Lloyd fighting back to the top 6 from Josh Ratican in 7th. Balota in 8th. Kian Shields, a valiant 9th in front of Zach Ripley, fighting back to 10th. Another good comeback drive too from Josh Rowledge, who made his way to 11th place. But nobody is going to be happier than Lewis Gilbert and the KR Sport team. The quiet, very shy, very introverted Scotsman has done a Jim Clark proud moment there with a victory in fine style. Josh McLean is 12th behind Rowledge. Then it's Masson, Zanfari, Preston, Barrett fighting her way to 16th. Brilliant work from her. Hugo Belderomov, Jason Leung, Enzo Juliet, Ken Oscar Algra, then Alanis Bosch, Leben, Dadley, Nenudini in 24th from Moa, Maya, Tudiska, Pilka, Kadapik, and then our retirees, unfortunately, from Victor Soulan, William Nicolou, and Victor Pardolo. And then we have Cesar Gazzo and Vigasliv Volosyankin, who failed to make the flag. But the victor in the X30 junior final here at Salbris is Lewis Gilbert for KR Sport Cosmic. The bandwagon